What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new live stream. Hope everyone's having a good week. What's up, Jahira? We got playoff basketball finally. NFL draft is almost a week away. So can't wait for that. We'll be doing a mock draft tonight, 2-rounder with trades. Last week I did one without trades. This week I'm doing one with trades. So I'm going to be using a different website for that. And Daredevil finale review. So I'll start out with Daredevil. I thought the finale was pretty good. I think it's the best episode we've gotten from this, new Daredevil show. But it didn't feel finished. It felt incomplete. It felt, they missed some things there. And now I thought Punisher was awesome in it. I loved the Daredevil and Punisher fight scene. Thought that was done very, very well. And, I like that they brought back Karen Page in this one. I thought she had a more impactful role and served more purpose than Matt's girlfriend, Heather. The fact that Karen wasn't in the show more is just beyond me. Just makes no sense. She's a far better character than Heather, and it's not even close. But anyway, I love what they did with Kingpin in this episode, where he doesn't seem to give a shit that Matt Murdock risked his life to, save him. And he was like, it's better if he dies a hero than survives and lives on as a vigilante. That's how evil Kingpin really is. And the show took a dark turn, which, there's a really gory scene where Kingpin kills like the former chief police or whatever he was. Yeah, I did not think that Disney was going to go down that route. I'm like, okay, Disney's growing some balls. All right. But it was a very good action-packed episode. Things that kind of bugged me was Bullseye's barely in it. Like, you see him in a flashback scene of Vanessa hiring him to kill Foggy, and you don't see him again until near the end, where there's just like one clip of him looking somewhere, and that's it. So they didn't do anything with him. Like the last episode, they had him escape and try to shoot Kingpin. And now then this episode, in the aftermath, they don't do anything with him. That doesn't make sense. I thought it was a solid ending. Like I said, I really love the Punisher scenes in this episode. Although at times, like the dialogue that was coming from Frank Castle, it didn't really feel natural as he was saying it. Like it felt a bit off to me. It didn't feel like it was him saying it. But I like the scene where like he goes down and picks a fight with the task force, and then he gets captured, and they all say like, we admire you, man, and stuff like that. And he could have done the smart thing and played along with it and gotten out of there, but said he's not going to do that. He's not going to lie to them. That's not who he is. he tells them straight to their face that, like, yeah, you're a bunch of clowns. You're nothing like me. Like, you don't know what I've been through and all that. And, I loved that they did that. And then he gets beat up, then he's captured. And then there's a post-credit scene of him, breaking out and it's really injuring that guard. And, the season kind of ends there. So I think the highest I can give this episode is a 9 out of 10. I thought it was a good finale, but still it didn't really feel like it was finished. But it was a setup to like the next season, with Daredevil saying like we're gonna need an army to take the city back. And I assume that Punisher's gonna join them, but we'll see. But yeah, does this really get me excited for the next season? No, not really. I just thought the season as a whole was mid at best. Obviously, like there's scenes that I do like about this, past season, like episode 4 when Matt goes to talk to Frank. I thought that scene was done very, very well. The acting was great. It was a really good emotional scene. The first episode I thought was done well. But other than that, like, kind of disappointed. It wasn't great. It kind of just fell flat for me. It could have been better. It had a lot of potential, and it just didn't really meet that potential, and it's unfortunate. And I feel bad for the OG Daredevil fans for the Netflix show, because you're probably never going to get anything as great as that show again, and it's unfortunate because Netflix had a good thing going with that show, and then it just ends abruptly, and then you wait several years for this, and it just falls flat. But the show overall, just this season, probably give it a 6.5 out of 10. I think that's fair. But it really wasn't great. Sorry. They're doing a Punisher show, so I hope that's good. What did you think of the recent Karate Kids Legends trailer? I haven't watched it, to be honest. How recent do you mean, though? What's up, Minecraft fan? I give season 1 a 10 out of 10. The new Daredevil show, or the older one? Because you're giving the new one a 10 out of 10, then, props to you. The one that came out. Oh, yeah, I did see that one. Wasn't good. I'll just be honest. Oh, wow. Yeah, power to you, I guess. Yeah, if you enjoyed it, then I'm happy for you. But, I don't think it was that great, but everyone has their own opinion. Everyone likes different things. So, and that's totally fine. So if you really liked it and you enjoyed it, then, good for you, man. That's great. I thought the trailer was okay, nothing special. I thought it was not good at all. I wasn't excited for it. Still not excited for it. Don't really have much motivation to see this movie. Guarantee you Ralph's not going to be in it that much. I think he's just there to bait the fans to watch it so Sony can actually get people in to see the movie. So, but I don't think it's going to be very good. But yeah, Ralph had one of the most cringiest lines in that trailer too. Let's make a Karate Kid. Yeah, oh boy. My prediction: Karate Kid Legend might get 50% Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, yeah, it's probably gonna get like a super mid rating, which I don't really care about Rotten Tomatoes anyway. Because like I think Rotten Tomatoes is a bit bullshit at times. Like they gave Star Wars The Last Jedi, I think it was, like a really high rating for no reason. But the main problem I have with the new movie is that it looks really formulaic. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not excited for it. Not trying to be negative about it, but it doesn't look very good. And it's really weird that Mr. Miyagi's house is the same color as it was in the original Karate Kid movie. But in Cobra Kai, it's blue. Like, it's just really weird. In my opinion, the biggest problem with doing a new Karate Kid film is that, at least movie-wise, there just isn't really much more you can do with Karate Kid that hasn't already been done. Yeah, see, that's the problem. You can't really do a whole universe with Karate Kid and Cobra Kai because it's a simple story. It's a basic story. Like, it's going to get, repetitive after a while. Like, that's why, like, the most you could do with Cobra Kai is 6 seasons, because you can't keep, going into like tournament after tournament after tournament, say like, okay, we need to take down this dojo because they're the bad dojo. You can't keep doing with like one season of training, then one season of build up towards the tournament. Like, you're just going to get repetitive after that, it is what it is. Like, and then with this movie, you have another new kid, and you have another big tournament. When we just had a big tournament with the Saikai Taikai, and now you're doing another one. So it's odd to me. What made Cobra Kai work so well is that it took the Karate Kid formula and flipped the script. This new film doesn't look like it's going to flip the script at all. Yeah, it just looks like copy and paste, but they're merging. Like, they're kind of merging 2010 Karate Kid and 84 Karate Kid into like the same movie, and like it doesn't really make sense that like characters from the same characters from two different eras that went through the same thing are now going to be meeting each other. Like, it just makes no sense. Main theory is that Miguel and Johnny will have a cameo in Karate Kid Legends. They better not. I don't want any other Cobra Kai characters in this movie. And that just makes no sense. Like, why would Johnny and Miguel just pop out of nowhere? Like, I don't see it. I don't see it happening. I understand Sholo's a big name now, but come on now. But yeah. Cobra Kai did really interesting things with the formula, such as Johnny teaching bullied kids karate, the Cobra Kai way, Daniel teaching a delinquent karate, and the dojo rivalries. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what made the show great, and they did a great job paying homage to the OG trilogy, and then the callbacks and the references were spot on. That's what made the show so great. I think they revealed the runtime the other day, but I don't remember. Oh, apparently it's only an hour and 58 minutes. So it's not even going to be that long. So, I mean, that's pretty much 2 hours, but still. Apparently it's directed by a person named Jonathan Entwistle. What the hell? Yeah, it doesn't come out until the end of May 30th. It's an hour and 58 minutes. I read that the budget for Karate Kid Legends is $100 million. Wow. I heard season 6 ending was supposed to have an alternate ending where Kreese picks up the magazine. Yeah, I saw that. Without credits, it's an hour and 49 minutes. Wow. Yeah, apparently it was. I think I watched a video on that today. Apparently they were gonna have Kreese survive and Silver dead. Other sources say 150 million. Wow. Waiting for the Mavericks Kings game to wrap up before I do my playoff predictions, like it says in the title. But we'll talk about that later. But I gotta get my mock draft set up. Yeah, it's already the 16th. I doubt the movie will make double its budget. It's coming out a week after Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, and Lilo and Stitch. That Lilo and Stitch Super Bowl commercial is freaking hilarious with freaking Stitch running across the field. I just don't see how it can compete with those films. Yeah. There's got to be like a million Mission Impossible movies at this point. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, they refuse to end that franchise. All right. Screen tab. All right. This is going to be the second to last one. Next week will be the last one because it's going to be the night before the draft. But this one we're going to do trades, 2 rounds. We'll get the obvious out of the way. Cam Ward to the Titans. Explained it a million times. Don't need to explain it again. So we're going to have him go to the because they need a quarterback. So we'll just leave it at that. Browns, I'm going to have them take Travis Hunter. They're probably going to take best available. Then Giants at 4. Could go Shador if they want to. They could trade down if they feel like it's necessary, but I just got them take best player available in Abdul Carter. And Patriots at 4. Here we have our first trade. we're gonna have them trade down. Say Panthers or Saints would make the most sense, but we'll probably go the Saints. No, I think NFL trades are harder to do than NBA trades, but say pick 9, pick 40, and a 6th rounder, and then we'll give them our 4th and one of our 3rd rounders. So we move down a couple spots, get additional picks. Basically swapping a 3rd for a 6th because we don't have a 6th round selection because of the Chargers trade last year. But Saints get Shador. Could be a reach, but you never know. But they need a quarterback. Derek Carr might be injured, and he's made it anyway. But Jaguars take Mason Graham. Probably one of the most popular mocks. Makes the most sense. Defensive tackles their biggest need. So I think that makes sense. For the Raiders, Ashton Genty, their run game last year was historically bad. Jets could go Tyler Warren, but I'm going to take Armand Membu. They need a right tackle really badly. Then Panthers, they go get Jalen Walker, linebacker / edge out of Georgia. Absolutely love his ability to get to the quarterback, which Carolina could not do last year. I mean, they were awful on defense last year. Like, they cannot touch the quarterback. It was really, really bad. Then back on the clock at 9. Patriots take Will Campbell. Apparently, lots of rumors going around that Will Campbell's their guy and that they believe he's a pure left tackle and that they're going to take him as long as Hunter or Carter are not on the board at 4. But Bears is interesting. Could go Tyler Warren if they want to. We're going to go Shamar Stewart. I think this is probably the highest he go. Well, he could go to the Panthers at 8 too. But his draft stock has skyrocketed like crazy. But yeah, with Genty off the board, I don't really know who else to go. Then we got the 49ers. 49ers are interesting. They could take a defensive lineman, take a O-lineman because they do need some offensive line help. They have a lot of needs. But we're going to go Will Johnson. They do need corner help, especially with Ward leaving. Then Cowboys. Wouldn't be surprised if they took Hampton or Golden, but I think Tyrone McMillan makes the most sense for them. They need to get Dak, another receiver. He can't be reliant on CeeDee Lamb 95% of the time. Dolphins could go Barron here, but I say you go Kelvin Banks, especially with Teron Armstead retiring. Big loss for them. So they're going to need a replacement there. I do believe Kelvin Banks is a pure left tackle. Colts, take Tyler Warren. Tight end's their biggest need. And Falcons at 15, take Michael Williams. They keep him in the state of Georgia. And next one, Cardinals could go Mike Green, could go Barron. but I'm going to have them go, if I can find him. There's no way he's ranked this low. Where is he? Or did I just skip past him on accident? Yeah, I skipped past him on accident. Yeah. Walter Nolan to the Cardinals. And Bengals at 17. Could go Starks. Gonna have them go Kenneth Grant. They love their Michigan guys. And they need defensive line really badly. They better go all in on defense in the draft. So if they take one offensive player, I'm going to lose it. Seahawks, I think you got to go interior O-line. I usually go Tyler Booker. I'm going to go Gray Zabel this time because I did do Tyler Booker last time. I do think Gray Zabel is going to be a first-round pick, and I think the Seahawks make a ton of sense. Buccaneers, I usually go Jahad Campbell. I think it makes the most sense. They could go Barron as well, or Mike Green. And Broncos could go Matthew Golden, but they need running back. So I think Marion Hampton makes the most sense out of North Carolina. And then Steelers, last time I did Derek Harmon. If they don't sign Aaron Rodgers or trade for Kirk Cousins, I think they have to take Jackson Dart because you can't go into next season with Kenny Pickett as your start, or not Kenny Pickett, excuse me, Mason Rudolph as your starter. That would just be a disaster. So they go ahead and take Jackson Dart, and you just pray that he can be good enough. Chargers, Colston Loveland, most powerball pick ever. All right, Packers is interesting. They do need a receiver, so I'm going Matthew Golden. Because I do think he's going to go in the first round. I think Luther Burden will be better, but Matthew Golden's draft stock is just skyrocketed out of nowhere. Okay, here's my second trade. The Vikings, believe it or not, only have 4 picks in this draft. So I think it makes sense for them to move down a couple spots. And I think the team that makes the most sense is the Bills because they have 2 second-round picks. So I actually think it makes sense for them to move down. They don't have to trade completely out of the first round, but if you can get some like additional draft capital, that would make a lot of sense. Let's see, scroll up. So yeah, pick 30, second rounder, and one of your fourths. Damn, Bills had a lot of picks in this draft. But Bills move up 6 spots. Now, what they do here is interesting. Could go edge, could go safety, could go corner. But I think I'm going to go with Nick Imanwari. They do need secondary help. And then Texans make this pick every time. It makes sense. Josh Simmons reuniting with CJ Stroud in Houston. They got to focus on O-line because it was not good last year. I can see another trade down here, but I'm going to go Jahdae Barron to the Rams. I think corner is their biggest need. And then Ravens, go Malachi Starks. You pair him up with Kyle Hamilton at the safety position. Lions, Mike Green's still there. They're absolutely going to take him. Commanders is interesting. They can take another corner if they want to. But I'm going to go James Pierce. They do need more edge rusher help. Could definitely go higher, but we have them falling here for now. Then the Vikings are back on the clock. They need corner, so I'm going to have them go Maxwell Hairston. Super fast, ran like a 4.45 at the combine. Then Chiefs take Josh Connerly. They need left tackle really badly. And then wrap up the first round. I'm going to have the Eagles, if I can find him. There he is, Donovan Ezraku, edge out of Boston College. Let me check the chat. We got nothing so far, I think. Yeah, so on to the second round. Browns. They haven't re-signed Nick Chubb, so I think running back can make a lot of sense here. So I'll them go Trayvon Henderson, keep him in the state of Ohio. There we go. Then Giants back on the board. They could take another corner or offensive tackle. But I'll take Tyler Booker. Upgrade the interior O-line. And then Titans, I'm going to have them take Agbuka. They need another receiver because all they really have is Calvin Ridley. So you get Cam Ward, another weapon. All right, Jaguars, they also need another receiver. We're going to have them take Luther Burden. Should be a first-round pick, but his draft stock fell off for no reason. Raiders could use another receiver, but they also need corner pretty badly. So we'll have them go Siobhan Ravel here. And Patriots on the clock. They could use another receiver. One guy I really like, Jalen Knoll from Iowa State. I think he's going to be a pretty good receiver in the NFL. And I'll take him over. Taking him that high is a bit crazy, but I feel like he's not going to fall to the third round, so you got to take him there. Bears, we're going to have them take Derek Harmon. Could be a first rounder, but you never know. Donovan Jackson's still here. This is the trade we made with the Saints. If he's still there, definitely got to take him. upgrade that O line as much as you can. The Bears on the clock again. One of them go running back, Judkins. Because I don't think Swift is a long-term solution at the running back position. They do need tight ends, so I'll have them go Mason Taylor from LSU. Then offensive tackle is a need for them. So we'll have them go Ursery from Minnesota. Bring him in as a developmental tackle behind Trent Williams. All right, Cowboys need running back. So, wow, he's ranked really low. Caleb Johnson. But we'll have them take Caleb Johnson there. Really good running back. Really good running back class in general. Colts is interesting. Could use a linebacker, so we'll go Carson from UCLA. And then Falcons, we'll go Ben Morrison from Notre Dame. And then Cardinals, we'll go Trey Amos. Could use some secondary. And then Dolphins, we'll go Azari Thomas. I know 3 straight corners, but you keep Azari Thomas in the state of Florida, especially since they're planning to trade Jalen Ramsey. All right, Bengals could use edge rusher. Nick Skirtin falls this low. I think they would take him. But upgrade that improve that defense as much as you can because you're going to need it. And then you got Seahawks. Could go O-line. But say you take another receiver, even though they have Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp can't play full seasons. Like, his availability is not there. Like, he's always injured. And he's a bit slow. Denver could use another corner. They could also use another receiver as well. I think Trey Harris seems like a Sean Payton guy. Then Seahawks back on because of the DK Metcalf trade. Lost me there. Use edge or offensive tackle. Not a lot of tackles really worth taking, so we're going to go Landon Jackson from Arkansas. And then Tampa's interesting. They could use edge. We'll go JT from Ohio State. And they use corner or edge or defensive line as well. There's not a lot of corners on the board, though. Well, they can go Darian Porter if they want to, but we'll go Tyleik Williams for now. Seems like a Packer pick. Then Chargers, where they go, could take another receiver. But let them go Alexander from Toledo. He's gotten a little bit of first round buzz, but nothing much. And Vikings on here with the trade with the Bills. I'm gonna have them take Xavier Watts from Notre Dame. Pretty good safety. And then Panthers, they took an edge in round 1. Let them go Alfred Collins from Texas. Okay, we're coming up to the end. And Texans, we'll go Jonah Savanaya from Arizona. It's most likely going to be a guard at the NFL level. And then you got Ravens. We're going to go Princely from Ole Miss. He has tried to fight fans. Like, he's tried to run up the stands and fight fans. But hey, maybe you want that in a pass rusher. Then Lions could use interior O-line. Not really seeing much, though. Although they could go Tate Ratledge, so that's what we'll do. We'll have the Lions take Tate Ratledge. Solid guard. Then with the Commanders, we'll go TJ Sanders. Then Bills back on the board. Could use defensive line or edge. But we'll go with Jack Sawyer. Could definitely go higher, though. And Chiefs, we'll go Elijah Aroro, tight end. Might be Travis Kelce's last year in the league. And then Eagles could go defensive line. I'm going to have them take Marcus Bow, though, because they did lose Mekhi Becton, and, Harry Roseman likes to build from the trenches. But, yeah, that's my draft. Yeah, pretty solid. Okay, let's check on the Mavericks game. Holy crap, 120-98. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, Kings fans are probably not happy. Yeah, ay, ay, ay. Got like 2 minutes left. 101. So, yeah, Mavericks keep their playoff hopes alive, and Kings have been eliminated from the postseason. Man, what an embarrassment. I mean, Kings fans just can't catch a break. Holy moly. Yeah, game's pretty much over. I'm just waiting for it to be official. But geez, was competitive in the first, and then Dallas just went on an insane run in the second quarter. Kings got outscored 44-19. That is embarrassing. Yeah, ticking down now. Anthony Davis, 3 of 6 from 3, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks. Wow. 27 points. Great performance by him. But yeah, embarrassing. Wow, they got practically nothing from the bench. 17 from Brandon Williams. He only got 11 points out of Sabonis, really. 33 from DeRozan, 2 of 5 from 3. 20 from Levine. Yeah, this Kings team is just not good. I saw in someone's bracket, somebody had the Kings making the playoffs as the 8 seed. Yeah, that aged perfectly. But yeah, now that game's over, we have 2 more playing games tomorrow, and then the playoffs will be set. The playoffs start on the 19th, but we'll review some of the games that already happened. We just reviewed the Kings Mavericks one. But get my screen set up. Not that. But we'll start out with this one. Magic dominate the Hawks. The Hawks did get back into it for a little bit, but then the Magic just, went on a crazy run and closed it out. It got so bad that Trae Young got himself ejected. Like it was really bad. Like he was awful to start the game, and then he got it going. But Trae Young played 40 minutes, 28 points. Other than that, not much else. Gorgas Niang, who I hate with a passion, 15 lucky points. 12 from Muhammad Guy. Zachary Ricochet, horrible performance by a first overall pick. Just not great. Okongwu had some nice moments. Near double-double. And Dyson Daniels, who's a good defender. And then Magic. Paulo did not play that great. He started off 0 of 5 from the field. Put up 17 points. I do love his ability. I do love that he has the ability to, put himself to the free throw line. Like he drew like a bunch of fouls to start the game. Wendell Carter played absolutely phenomenal. He was cleaning the glass. He was grabbing rebounds. He was playing excellent defense. Very underrated center. And he could occasionally hit threes. Then Franz Wagner shot terribly. Like, he needs to get in the lab and fix his jump shot. It is disgusting. But he didn't shoot that well. Anthony Black, I thought he stepped up. He played phenomenal. First quarter, he blocks Trae Young, then runs down to the other end, gets a pass, and then drains a three. Like, I thought he played great. And then Cole Anthony, masterclass. Like, he was phenomenal in this game. Like, he was hitting big shots. He was hitting threes. He was, going to the paint. Very underrated player. So Magic secure the 7th seed, and they'll face my Celtics in the first round. Game 1 will be on Sunday at the Garden. Can't wait for it. Then you got Warriors Grizzlies, which the officiating in this game was fucking terrible. Like, the refs were so fucking biased towards the Warriors. It was unbelievable. And you got your classic Warriors Grizzlies rivalry. But Warriors beat the Grizzlies once again. Desmond Bane played phenomenal, 30 points. Jaren Jackson was pretty good. He's a really good defender. John Morant did go down with an ankle injury, I believe, in the third quarter, but he did come back. So hopefully he's all right and he's good to go for tomorrow's game. And Scottie Pippen Jr., he actually did a pretty good job defending Curry. But playoff Jimmy, masterclass, 38 points. And then Steph Curry, 37 points. Great performance by that duo. GP2 with 12 off the bench. Quentin Post, who's a nice hidden gem. He's a pretty solid big man for the Warriors. But yeah, Warriors secure the 7th seed. They will be playing the Houston Rockets in the first round. And then Heat, for the 3rd season in a row, beat the Bulls in the pen. Heat dominated this game from start to finish, and they did this as the road team. They're the 10 seed. They just blew out the Bulls, and they're at their home. Tyler Hero put up 38 points. Andrew Wiggins with 20. Bam with 15 and 12. Khalil Ware with 9 rebounds, 6 points. Davion Mitchell played really good defense, put up 15 off the bench. That's really all she wrote. And the Bulls Josh Giddey did what he could. But Bull season is over. I think they'll give Josh Giddey an extension. He's definitely earned it. Kobe White wasn't great. Vucevic, they need to get rid of him already. Buzelis, really good defender. Patrick Williams, what the fuck happened? They gave him a contract or they gave him a big, they paid him a lot of money in the offseason, and he's just been total ass. Like, he's been horrible. He's on a really bad contract. And then Mavs Kings, we already talked about that. So we'll get into the playoff predictor. One second. All right, there we go. What's up, world? Sorry being late to the stream. Hope all is good. That's okay. Stream's almost over anyway. I'm just getting into my NBA playoff predictions. But last two playing games, I think are tomorrow, but it could be wrong. But we have Hawks versus Heat, and we got Grizzlies versus Mavericks. I could see the Heat winning. It wouldn't surprise me. But I am going to pick the Hawks. But either way, I don't think it matters. I think the Cavs will beat whoever wins this game. And then have Grizzlies beating the Mavericks. I just think Grizzlies have the overall better team. And I don't see the Grizzlies missing the playoffs for the second year in a row. But we'll start off with the East. We got the Cavs versus Hawks or Heat. But Cavs will win the first game. They'll win the second game 2-0. Hawks will win game 3. Trae Young will probably have a masterclass. Cavs go up 3-1, and then they take care of business in 5 at home. Then we got Bucks Pacers rematch from last year. This time the Pacers are the higher seed. Bucks will be without Damian Lillard due to the blood clots. It's unfortunate, but he's just not going to recover in time. But got the Pacers taking the first game. Bucks take the second game. Pacers go up 2-1. Bucks tie it up. Pacers go on to finish it in 6 games. I think the Pacers just have a much better roster and defense than the Bucks do. The Bucks have the best player in the series in Giannis, but he can't do everything. Then we got Knicks Pistons. Not gonna lie, this has upset potential, but we're gonna have the Knicks go up 2-0. Pistons tie it up. They have not won a playoff game in 14 years. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008. Probably got that math wrong. Knicks win game 5 and close it out in 6. Then we got my Celtics versus the Magic. Got the Celtics go up 2-0 at home. Paulo masterclass in game 3 at Orlando. And the Celtics go up 3-1. And they close it out at the Garden in 5. That wraps up the East first round. Then we go to the West. We're going to have the Thunder take the first game. Grizzlies even it up. Thunder tie it up or go up 2-1. Grizzlies tie it back up. And then Thunder take care of business in 6. Then we have Clippers Nuggets, a rematch from 5 years ago where the Clippers choked a 3-1 lead. And Kawhi and Paul George had abysmal performances in Game 7. Paul George, 11 points. Kawhi, 14 points. Both these teams are different. Obviously, Clippers don't have Paul George anymore. But now the Clippers win the first game. Nuggets even it up. Clippers win the third game. Nuggets tie it up again. Nuggets go up 3-2. Clippers force game 7, and Clippers win in 7. Nuggets fired their coach, so I don't know how they're going to perform well in the playoffs. But then we got Lakers versus Wolves. We all know what happened last time. Luka played against Rudy Gobert. We're going to have the Lakers win the first game. Wolves win the second game. Lakers go up 2-1. Wolves even it up. Wolves go up 3-2. I got the Wolves winning in 6. Now, some of you might call me crazy. Listen, Lakers have no defense whatsoever. The Wolves' defense is much better. Edwards is a good defender. McDaniels is a good defender. Julius Randle can provide defense and toughness. You got Rudy Gobert as a rim protector. So I think the Wolves will get it done. And then you got Rockets, Warriors. Got the Rockets winning the first game. Well, the first two games. Warriors win game 3. Rockets go up 3-1, and Rockets win in 5. The Rockets' defense is way better. I think the Rockets are going to surprise a lot of people. Go to the second round. The East, we have the Cavs versus the Pacers. Cavs and Pacers met a lot during the LeBron days, but now the Cavs go up 2-0. Pacers tie it up. Cavs go up 3-2. Pacers force game 7, and then Cavs win game 7. Then we got Celtics versus Knicks. The Celtics dominated the Knicks in the regular season. They blew them out 3 times. And then the 4th time, the Knicks almost won that one, but they let Tatum hit a clutch 3, and the Celtics went on to win in overtime. So the Knicks have not beaten them yet. So I have the Celtics going up 2-0. Also have them going up 3-0. I could see the Celtics sweeping, but the Knicks got to get at least one win at some point, and then Celtics finish it off in 5. And then we got Thunder Clippers. They made that trade all those years ago, SGA for Paul George. Thunder win the first game. Clippers win the second game. Thunder go up 2-1. Clippers even it up. Thunder go up 3-2, and then they take care of business in 6. Then we got the Wolves versus the Rockets. Now the Rockets go up 1-0. Wolves even it up. Rockets go up 2-1. Wolves even it up. Rockets win game 5, and then they take care of business in game 6. And then we got the conference finals. Celtics, Cavs. A lot of people could be doubting the Celtics because the Cavs have been dominant all year. But now the Celtics win the first game. Cavs win the second game. Celtics go up 2-1. Cavs even it up. Cavs go up 3-2. Tatum masterclass forces game 7, and then Celtics win it in 7. Then Thunder go up 2-0. Rockets even it up, and then Thunder take care of business in 6. They go to the finals for the first time since 2012. And then my finals prediction, gonna have the Celtics go up 1-0. Thunder even it up. Celtics go up 3-1. Thunder win game 5, and then Celtics take care of it in 6. Secure banner 19. Could call me biased. I don't care. Those are my predictions. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Have a good night.